Hey guys, BiLocks here, back once again. I hope everyone's having a great day as always. And I wanted to do a quick update video. Um, an update on my video, I believe it was 177, where I got a package from an anonymous donor, which was totally awesome. Um, yeah, if you didn't watch it, he gave me these 3 BiLocks. And yeah, just like I said, thought I would go over where I am with them, basically. Start with the one that came with the key. Have not put in too much time into it, but also have not gotten it picked yet. Really awesome lock. Pretty good bidding. And I think I may, still undecided, but I may put it into this this Abyss here. I'm going to take it apart and see if it's mastered. See if it is mastered, how many master pins there are, and so on. I think we'll go to this one next, since, as you can tell, I have gotten this one picked, and I've since not putting it back in its housing because I'm kind of worried that maybe I got it as a fluke and I might not be able to get it again. But honestly, if I got it picked once, I should probably be able to get it again. So I'm actually gonna, if I can keep it picked here, gonna slip it back into its housing and try and get it on camera one of these days. And then, yes, I think we got it. Oh, sorry about the blur. Okay, so if that's 12 o'clock upright, there we go, and locked up, so you guys can look forward to seeing me try and get this on camera. Whether I get it in 10 minutes or whatever, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Yeah, and once I get this on camera, I may do another video on it, may just do it behind the scenes here, but I'll be able to rekey it, which is one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about in this video. Since BiLocks only have four cut depths, your chances of being able to reuse, you know what I mean, sometimes almost all of the pins is pretty good, which I'll talk about again when we talk about this lock here. But even if not, I think I have 12 random pins around, so without a doubt, with the pins I have in here and the random 12 that I have laying around, I will be able to repin this to either that key, or I have another. Actually, no, I would probably repin it to this key because it already has the dimples in it for control. So that'll be a little project. Looking forward to that. And last but certainly not least, I have the BiLock exclusive, which I could not get to save my life. I really wish I could have, but I kind of went and thought I could make a cutaway out of it, hence the hence the cutting. And I started with this cut here, thinking maybe I could get it through the bottom. But again, I wasn't able to get it, so I took off what I thought was, you know what I mean, a small enough chunk. I thought for sure that, you know what I mean, in order to get a cylinder out of a hole, you got to cut more than half, you know what I mean, half of the hole that it's in. But what I didn't take into account is the flat bottom and the flat top, so sadly this core I wasn't aiming to do this. I wanted to cut it in a way that the core was still retained in the housing. Hope that makes sense. But with a little wiggle it does come out pretty easily. But either way, it's still happy to have it. It's still really awesome, and I'm still able to do something with it, and I did learn a lot about it, so that's great too. One thing I did decode this lock for the control, which I'll talk more about that in a second, but basically it has 5 number 1 cut pins, 4 number 2 cut pins, 2 number 3 cut pins, and 1 4. So with that, believe it or not, I was able to, is this key? No. I was able to pin it up to this key here, minus 2 pins. But the problem is, this is not an exclusive key, so the face pins need to be depressed. And the key needs to be held in all the way as well. So there's one. Let's get a focus. There's the other, and hopefully you can see here that everything is flush, including the ball bearings, which is basically its control mechanism. And that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about. So like I said, it has all pins but 2, and those 2 are right here. I forget what positions they're in. I believe one of them is this one. I forget what position they're in. But this, and I kind of forgot about this. I remember seeing, I believe Noctis Modus did a video on this. The control pins in these, or the way the control works on these, hopefully you can see here, there's a hole all the way through. That's the control position. And believe it or not, these are the only 2 pins in the whole lock that have cuts in non-control operating cuts, let's call them, in a different position. All the pins in here are drilled all the way through, and I believe false gates on them. So these are the only 2 pins that the operating key would be keyed up to, and these are the only 2 pins that would keep the core in the lock. Like I said, for this core to come out, these sidebars need to be depressed further than they would be in the operating position. You can see here in the core, or the housing, that you can see where this is the sidebar groove, and you can see that it has milling that corresponds with the ball bearings. So the ball bearings don't have to be pushed in all the way for the core to rotate, but they do need to be pushed in all the way for the core to be pulled out, and that would happen in the 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock position because of these ball bearings. So you can see those are the reliefs for those ball bearings there. So a lot of friggin' milling in one of these housings. It's, oh my god, no wonder that these are so expensive. Yeah, ignore my butchery, but yeah, just crazy, the machine work on these locks. It's, like I said, no wonder that they have the price that they do. Really unbelievable. Yeah, I didn't want to make this too long of a video, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update and explain a bit of what I learned and just a bit of how these work, I guess. I kind of explained it in a way that I assume that you know how the the old QCC worked, and I probably should explain that a little bit better, but I believe I did other videos on that, and I believe there's lots of videos on that topic, how these work with the old style. Even you can read on BiLock's website, and they have a few videos on the exclusive explaining that the control is a coded what's the word I'm looking for? It's a coded control where the pins have to, you know what I mean, be at the right height for the control, where the old ones, the only thing that was keeping the core in the housing was some ball bearings, and putting some dimples on the key like this would, you know what I mean, negate that basically. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, but there's plenty of people that have already said it before me, so I think I'm good. Anyways, guys, like I said, didn't want to keep you too long, but here we are. My video is kind of, yeah, kind of snowball growing by rolling down a hill kind of deal. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I appreciate everyone's support. Thanks for all sticking with me, and catch you next time. Take care, guys.